Yeah, peace and love, fam. Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Monte. I'm just showing you where I'm chilling at out here at the park in our downtown. It's beautiful, beautiful greenery. We did a lot to this, man. When I was growing up, we had nothing close to this down here. It was just downtown was just like an abandoned place. They built many lofts out of old tobacco. You see those things over there to your right. Those are now lost. There used to be tobacco plants back in the day when RJR was big, selling that poison, killing everybody with their cigarettes. But they turned it into something magnificent. Wake Forest owns a lot of this stuff. That's the college, Wake Forest University. We got some nice greenery right here and everything. But yeah, let's talk about life, guys. We're gonna talk about life. Peace and love, fam. Welcome back to the channel. Again, we're talking about life, guys. We're talking about life. We're going to deal with some real life situations. We're going to deal with how to go and get beyond certain aspects of your life and how to deal with some of those things that are very difficult to deal with in life. Like dealing with the fact that I'm out here, I'm enjoying this beautiful weather. I just dropped my mom off to see my son. We right downtown. I showed you that in the beginning. He only can have 2 visits per week, and if both of us go up there at the same time, then that counts as his 2 visits, and he's done for the week. So I usually let her go up on Sundays, and then I go in on Thursday. It's ironic that my son is in the same place that I spent 8 years, or going to the same place that I spent 8 years on 2 different occasions, 5 years and some change one time, and 2 and some change on that last time that I went to prison. All this being about last time I got out of prison was in 2003. First time I entered prison was in 1992. I got myself involved in drugs, selling drugs. I didn't use drugs. That doesn't make me better. But it was all about the selling of drugs. It was the chasing of money that ended up lead me in a direction that was not beneficial, not only for me, but for those who I sold that dope to, those who I helped destroy their lives. You understand what I'm saying? So I take that with a whole lot of seriousness. Now my son, he actually got hooked on drugs. He has some mental issues, and that came on later in life, like getting progressively got worse as he got older. I think a combination of maybe the predisposition towards that mental illness, because his mother she hasn't been diagnosed, but for sure she has some type of mental illness that she's dealing with. The behavior has been erratic for a long time. Her and I, we hadn't really had a real good relationship as far as being able to co-parent. Me and my mom ended up doing a lot of the parenting, more so my mom, because I was gone. So my mom took over really taking care of him. She was in his life, so don't make it seem like she wasn't in his life, but she just wasn't really there in that sense because of the mind. Also, you know, he's dealing with the fact that they hadn't came down, her or her sister hasn't came down, his mother or his sister hasn't come down to visit him, and he's been down here in the county jail for about 6 months now, and that's right here in the city, so 5-minute drive. But I told him he can't concentrate on what people are not doing. He has to concentrate on what it is that he needs to do. Again, it's kind of contradictory in the sense that I say that my son probably is in a better place in prison than he is on the street at this point, because he had got himself hooked on drugs. In order to kick those drugs, especially the crack that he had got himself hooked on, he needs to be away from the street. I would rather it be in a mental institution, but he committed a crime, and that crime landed him in prison, in jail. Now he's took a plea deal for 3 to 5 years. So he ended up doing 3 to 5 years. Lower end, if he does what he does, doesn't get into the trouble, and goes out and do the work, stuff that they require of you to do when you're in prison. So he should be home within the next, excuse me, 2.5 years. And again, at the end of the day, it's counterintuitive to a certain degree that I say that he's in a better place, which he's not really in a better place. but according and relative to his situation out on the streets, he is. But there's a lot of things that goes on in prison that is not really conducive to growth. You got to take that upon yourself. Again, I spent 8 years in prison, 5.5 at one time. Then I went back 2.5, starting in 1992, got out in 98, went back in 2000, got out in 2003, and I've been free ever since. Again, I got myself involved in the trafficking of drugs. So he was using drugs, and I was selling drugs, taking advantage of individuals, and it wasn't beneficial for me in the long run, and it definitely wasn't beneficial for those who I sold that cocaine and that crack to. So at the end of the day, we have to face the reality of what it is that we're facing, whether it's something that is good or bad. We have to embrace it in a way that is going to allow us to see it for what it is and to move through it. I decided long ago when my son got locked up that I wouldn't live that locked up life through him. You know what I mean? Because I know how it is in there. But I stepped back and allowed myself to understand that this is something that he's going to have to deal with. I'll support him from the outside, but I'm not going to worry about what it is that he's doing, what he's going through. I'm not going to concern myself with that. Of course, I want him to be healthy. I want him to have well-being while in there, but at the same time, I can't worry about what it is that I can't control on the inside at all, because I have to do what I need to do out here in order to get myself moving in the right direction and stay moving in the right direction, and support him in the way that I can support him, that is financially. And anytime he needs to call, anytime he needs to talk, I'll talk to him, or anytime he needs a visit, we'll come down and visit him. But at the end of the day, guys, you got to make the decision to know that you are the most important person in your life, and everybody else who's in the life is important as well. But you have to take care of yourself first in order to be able to help and can take care of others. And you have to be able to recognize when you can't change the reality of certain situations. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Again, we'll come back with that CBD oil update video, the second video that'll be coming tomorrow. So be aware for that. Again, don't go out and just start buying that CBD oil, guys. Make sure it's from a source that is reputable and a source that is certified, and that you're getting full spectrum CBD oil. You want to get it from, again, a certified and well respected company, and it's some documents that you can ask if they have that certifies that this is the legit hemp stuff. So you don't want to just be out here buying anything that says CBD oil. Alright, guys, with that being the case, I'm sending you peace and love. I'm sending you peace and love. Peace.